Good afternoon. My name is Bianca, and this is the second recording to the Anna Louise part two of my experience. I have to be choosy with my words, but the S assault that is taking place, it's a group S assault, and it's conducted by traffickers in the Cincinnati area, the Cincinnati police, and they're paying to cover for a predator, a child predator, who unalives children. And there is a whole group of them, I guess nationwide and perhaps even internationally. But what I want to pinpoint on is this child trafficking cult that I came into contact with at the Cincinnati Gamble Nippert YMCA in 2021 and 2022. Not only did they solicit my 9 year old daughter to grown men, lifeguard Zach, Glenda Harris, they videotaped her and then they sold her. But evidently, I had some type of money left over from some type of relative of mine. And Zach and Glenda and Tyler and Bridget from day one, they put together some type of plot to frame me as a prostitute by selling stolen, hidden, illegal surveillance of me. They forged my signature, they stole my identity. They have bank connections, they have judges, they have lawyers. You're like, well, this sounds crazy. Well, it's crazy when I guess you have certain privileges that other people just don't have, and you're able to flaunt flamboyantly through the U.S. legal system, such as Glenda Harris and Zachary Marilyn Horney have done with stealing my identity with the help, and I say keyword help, of Hamilton County judges and lawyers who helped them commit fraud by helping them create false documentation, false evaluations to be able to steal my money successfully. Now, the part that they're having difficulty is getting rid of me. I don't think my daughter, I hope she is, but I don't know if she's still alive or not. And I'm still left alive. I'm the last one of my family that they haven't offed yet. And so they're paying Anna Louise in cahoots to do this framework, and also exploitation and trafficking. I want to make the public aware and the safety of women, especially at battered women's shelters. I'm thinking I'm here and I'm safe, but I'm not safe. They're monitoring me on a camera. They were installed by their maintenance man. This is how their cartels move. They move through property owners and maintenance men, or women, I guess. If it's a maintenance woman, if they can bribe them, they move through bribery and payments, and they blackmail property owners to be pressed as them to cover up the evidence. Because Zach and Glenda from the Gamble Nippert YMCA, they don't want to be held accountable, and neither do the lawyers and judges that help them commit fraud and unalivement for insurance theft. They don't want to be held accountable. So they blackmail and they pressure, and they, at first, it starts off as, oh, you're getting paid, but then they pressure the property owner to work against time, to fight against time to set up the target, because they've already accepted money. Beth and Gordon and their employees have already accepted hush money. The judicial system in Hamilton County has already accepted hush money. So now, for them not to get caught, for the Anna Louise not to be held legally accountable, now they're pressuring, doing all sorts of weird things to try to escalate some type of criminal situation by framework. I remember being at the Gamble Nippert YMCA and Bridget and Glenda Harris guarding the women's locker room entry. I mention these things because these are the same type of behaviors that were happening unbeknownst to me, not really understanding that that's trafficking. behavior. But they were doing this type of trafficking. Zach had these women doing this type of trafficking behavior for him. And this is how he abuses women and children. He abuses women and children with groups of men and women. And he does it with mobs. Somehow he has financial dealings to where he's able to fund these type of illegal projects on unsuspecting innocent women and children, and he's working through the Anna Louise Inn to do so. So he has illegal financial dealings there. And then the neighbor that's upstairs from me, there's a Black American elderly female. She's very petite, but she lives on top of me. She does all sorts of banging and screaming. She's using something to where it comes straight into my apartment. She does where they teach. See, the traffickers teach the human traffickers how to abuse the victim. Like, so Beth and Gordon and Evan and Cammy and all these different people that are on this in this project in this secret chat, they're being cued, coached by who I don't know who they're being, but they're being cued and coached when to attack the target, what sound to make, when to go by their door, when to start making noise, when to start blowing horns, when to start doing all these things. So it's all part of their trafficking intimidation, but it's not intimidating me. But I'm just saying this is how they work to intimidate females, and they work to frame females. So getting back to the neighbor upstairs, what she does is at Anna Louise, she'll bang and she'll scream and she'll do really, really crazy, loud, and she'll use equipment. And then what she'll do is she'll come downstairs, she'll watch me on camera all day and night, because this is what she's paid to do. She's paid through drugs or money. And she gets paid to come downstairs and make it look like I'm following her, because they're all monitoring my car, they're monitoring my cell phone usage. So anytime I step outside, so they're able to know I'm going outside because they see me getting dressed in my apartment, they'll come downstairs before me. So this is what these neighbors are doing, and they're getting paid to do it. And she'll come downstairs and she'll say, wow, I hear a lot of noise. The same woman, the same neighbor that's making all the noise will come downstairs and plant herself in a position where I have to cross her. So I'm trying to avoid her, right? But she'll put herself in a position where I have to, come across her, and she'll start talking about the noise. She'll say, man, I hear a lot of noise. Why? Because she wants me to say the same thing so that she can report me. So I tell her I don't hear any noise, because I know the game she's playing, because they play a game at Anna Louise, and so do all human traffickers. They play a lot of mind games. So she goes back upstairs after she asks me this, and she starts banging again. And this is what Beth and Gordon and them are paid to allow on their property, with the hopes of getting me arrested or getting me unalived, from poisoning the water, coming in here poisoning certain things. I don't know what they're poisoning, and I don't know what poison they're using, but I know that I feel the poison. So Beth and Gordon and these people are getting paid to poison me and do all sorts of illegal, violent hate crimes for the people who have forged my signature, stolen my identity, sold me blackmail, extortion, to steal my money and paint me as a criminal that I've never been. I don't even know what I'm being accused of, but I have a lot of people, like the people at Anna Louise, being paid to make false police reports so that it sounds legit, so that these people can walk free at the Gamble Nippert YMCA. They're a prostitution child cult, and they operate directly out of the YMCA and several other nonprofit organizations across Cincinnati and across the Northern America. It's been a pleasure talking to you all. I will make other podcasts with the hopes and attempts of making other women not only informed but empowered. You know, knowledge is power, and a predator hates when a woman is knowledgeable. You know, when you talk about Freemason men, they hate knowledgeable women because they're not able to pull their buffoonery on intelligent women. And I am here to illuminate their practices and their illegal dealings with women and children, whether they like it or not. It's been a pleasure talking to you all. Peace and God bless.